Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Go Local Live, where we try to take an opportunity to go out and throw a spotlight video on our local businesses and the Architects. Today we're over in Bossier with my friend John at Sign It. And I think a lot of people probably don't know really about Sign It. They've probably seen some of your work on downtown, which I didn't really realize that's vinyl. I thought people had gone out there with paintbrushes and stuff, and we'll get a chance to talk about that here in just a minute. But we're going to go through John's shop. We're going to learn a little bit about John's story, where he's from, why in the world he's an Alabama fan, and look at some of the cool products that his company has been producing, and get to know John a little bit today. So tell us a little bit, John, where are you from actually?
I'm from Mobile, Alabama.
That probably explains why he's a Crimson Tide
Exactly,
fan.
exactly.
So how long did you live there?
I grew up there from the time that I was 1 or 2 years old till I was 15, and I got dragged kicking and screaming to Bossier City.
Over to Bossier. Okay. So you've been here since?
Yeah.
All right. And when did you start the business Sign It?
Started in 1997. 1997.
Really? So it's been going about 23 years. You've been doing it that long. I didn't realize that.
Well, I worked for another guy for 3 years before that, so I've been in the business about 26, 27 years, something like that.
Okay. So what's your, kind of looking back on it, when you thought about what you were going to do with your life, did you ever think that you'd be making signs for people?
Not necessarily signs, but art. Always.
It's always been an art.
Yeah, I went to commercial art school out of high school back in the day when we saw zero computers. It was typing and everything was by hand. Correct.
So you were the kid in school that you looked over, instead of actually taking notes, you had these cool little drawings?
Absolutely.
That you were going on. That I was jealous of, because I couldn't even hardly draw a stick figure. Which is funny. My dad's an artist, but and you would think that it kind of runs in the family. Not at all. It completely missed me. So I'm pretty amazed whenever I come into a place like this and I see all the different artwork. But that's neat. So it started inside of you, and it's something now you get to kind of take that talent and express it for other people.
That's right. Exactly what we do.
So tell me a little bit about, like, what's your core competency here with Sign It? What's the main thing that you guys do? If you say that, like, we do this particular type of product more than other products.
I don't know. We try and stay pretty versatile in what we do. Because I feel like there's certain areas of our business that are really high at certain parts of the year, and then there are really some areas that are kind of low at certain parts of the year, so they kind of balance each other out.
There's an ebb and flow.
Yeah. So we try to be versatile in that respect, that we can do just about anything. I mean, and a lot of things that we do in-house. A lot of people have small sign companies, they like to they form some things out and that kind of stuff. Well, we try not to do that, so we do most of everything we do is done in-house.
Yeah, and I've been kind of walking through the back of their shop and getting to see some of the different employees, and everybody's been working, and you guys are making everything from T-shirts to what are those called? Cornhole games. Cornhole games, which is really cool. We're going to take a look at that in just a minute. But I thought, as long as our audience can handle going into a room that's covered in Alabama gear, I thought we'd walk in there for a second, and we'll let John show off some of his Alabama stuff that he's actually personally made. And then, if there's something in there that you liked, you'd rather kind of upgrade to LSU, or you guys can upgrade, right?
Yeah, we can downgrade it.
So let's go take a look in John's office for just a second. And then we'll go out to the shop, and we'll see some of the other stuff that they do on a daily basis.
Or it's what we call it, where the magic happens.
Yeah, where all the magic happens.
That's right.
So here we are. This is John's office. Now, I've already kind of mentioned he's a huge Alabama fan. Now we know why. You know, he's actually born there, raised most of your childhood, then came over here. But on the wall, everywhere, it's nothing but crimson and all of this. And I thought he actually was giving us a little bit of love the other day when I came in here for the first time, because I saw some purple and gold on the wall. But he's killing me here. I was like, oh, there's some LSU stuff, but no, it was talking about how there was too much Bama for LSU to handle. So if somebody wanted, for example, to make that Alabama sign, but they wanted to turn it into, I don't know, LSU or Clemson, or maybe even the Red Sox. I'm a Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
How long does it take you guys to produce something like that?
Probably about a week and a half to 2 weeks to get that start to finish, from the concept finished to the actual product. And what we also try and do is one-off everything. I mean, the things that I make, I don't want everybody to be able to go out and buy. So everything that I make is a one-off. Like the cornhole games that we're talking about, when you see those, nobody else is going to have one like that.
Oh,
when it's finished, that's the
It's
last
totally
time that
custom.
we'll do that. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
everybody
Exactly.
gets the custom one.
Yep. And you talk about what we made. Well, what we try and do is everything that's on the walls in this office, except for those 2 pictures of Saban and Bear, we made everything in the office. So, yeah, so all the artwork that you'll see hanging in our art department, everything in here is all produced in-house. So we can take and do all kind of cool stuff.
So that's an incredible Father's Day gift if you're out there and you know that you're the father that's in your life. You want to get them something that is sports related or any type of sign. Maybe they're into something that's not even related to sports. Maybe they like music. You want a really cool guitar. You guys can come here and
Love it.
and
Love
kick
music.
that out. Yeah,
Live music. Love it.
yeah, that's good. All right. So we've spent enough time in the Crimson Room. Let's get moving out this way. Because I thought it was pretty neat when I came out earlier and I saw all the people producing t-shirts.
Yeah.
So how many t-shirts do you think you guys do, I guess, in a month?
Well, it kind of depends on the time of the year. I know that the job that we're doing right now is a little over 3,000 shirts, but I mean we have the capability to produce. I mean, if we say 3,000, we could probably do full capacity, 30,000 shirts in a month.
30,000 shirts in a month. Have you ever done that?
We've done, with the biggest order we've ever done was 27,000 two-sided prints, so it's actually like 54,000.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
No, and that's not even necessarily the main thing that you do.
No, I mean, we do a lot of it.
You do a lot of it. Right.
But
that's not the only thing that you do.
no, not at all.
So they're back here, they're printing these, and obviously he's got what I would say, if you guys remember Hamels, if you've been around Shreveport long enough, it's kind of got the tilt-a-whirl going on over there.
Yeah.
So we can come back through here, see a little bit more of the shop. You guys come on with us. We're going to start at where it all begins and make up our product. I thought we'd go over there.
So this is the dirty side of the shop, where all the dusty, dirty work takes place, woodworking, router, that kind of stuff. We try and keep it confined over here so it doesn't get into the screens or into the digital wraps or anything like that. So we try and keep all that confined to one side of the shop.
So if I come over here and I notice that you guys got a bunch of 2x4s in now.
Yeah, those are where we cut down the pieces to make the cornhole game. So we have
This is
the
cornhole game.
Yeah, these are the feet, these are the side panels, and then the end pieces there.
So you do all your own, staining and everything.
Everything's custom
done
done. We use this Craig jig to make the pocket screws so that all the fasteners are hidden, so the final product looks really nice and clean.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And then you come over here, and this is probably in process of, right?
Yeah, this is in progress. We're waiting to get sanded down, and then we'll come back and add the gold to this, and then we'll sand it again and hit it with 3 coats of clear, sanding in between each one of them just to give a really nice, clean, finished product.
That's good. Now, I happen to notice when I walked back here earlier.
That was a tough one.
There's
This
a
will show you right
really-
here. We'll do whatever you want.
This is a
Custom.
really good cornhole game that we got over here.
Yeah.
If you want to come with us, we'll take a look at it real quick. Now, being such a diehard Alabama fan,
Yeah.
and I'm a realist. I mean, you guys have owned us for the last about 15 years.
Yeah, last year not the same thing, but
Well,
yeah.
no, I mean, that's the greatest team of all time.
That was
last year.
legit.
And it's not going to be a fluke. We're going to be repeating. I'm not
Okay,
worried
let's see
about
about
that.
that.
But I came over here, and I know John. John's a diehard Bama fan. So when I came out and I saw this earlier, and by the way, I had to cover up a little of it because
Yeah.
we have to keep the show family
Yeah.
friendly. But I noticed you made this, and I know that had to sting a little bit.
It did. It did.
You remember the score of that game?
No. I blocked that from my memory.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I'll just tell you, it's a lot to not as good.
Yeah. 5-point difference, I think, is what the final score.
Yeah, we gave y'all 3 easy touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we come over here, and I noticed in that room you have the router.
It's
You
a
said you could
CNC,
make
a
all
4x8 CNC router. That's correct.
Okay. So if I come in here, I can get little signs made. I can get boat paddles made. But then what are we going for here? Is that like a Mardi Gras
That
thing?
was actually a project that a buddy of mine worked on, Alex Bond, who did he sold those and people put them together. They bought that piece and then they did a painting on it and he displayed them down at Noble Savage. And people bought them for some type of branding situation. It was
pretty cool.
Yeah, he did that one, and then also he did a Louisiana State cutout the same way.
I think your business is doing really well, by the way. I keep seeing a lot of LSU.
Yeah, actually, yeah, they love it. They love them. I posted the ones that I made, the initial ones that I made, and that had LSU on them, and a lot of people were like, hey, I want to. And the cool thing is, like I said, that you'll never see.
Yeah, that's the only one.
We won't ever make another one.
Right. I need to get you to make me one.
Okay.
So whenever I'm tailgating or I'm just in the backyard, on the deck or anything, we can start playing a little bit of cornhole.
That's right. I love it.
Can we put like a big exit with Bama maybe?
Good. Do that. I do that. Money talks, brother. We do it for double the price. Just let you know.
It's still worth it.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you don't know anything, I didn't realize, like when I say if you don't know anything, I'm talking about how signs are made and how wraps are done around vehicles. I didn't realize you guys did that until I came out here the other day when I met you for the first time. But these guys do a lot more than just make really cool cornhole games or signs that go on the wall or T-shirts. You guys actually wrap vehicles.
Yes,
and they can be tour buses. They can be.
They can pull a full 18-wheeler in here, 51-foot trailer, and the tractor and trailer, and shut the door and wrap the whole thing.
So if you had a company, you had a construction company in town, and you got 25 different trucks, you'd like to have them wrapped so that your logo is going throughout Shreveport, Bossier, throughout the Architects, you'd have an opportunity to come over here and see John. You guys can wrap it. So I think we have one that you've wrapped, right?
We just did this the other day, where he brought it back in because he wanted to add some overlay to it, and he wanted to decide after the fact. So we wrapped it from Jim Mitchell over at Rainbow Roofing.
Yeah, all right. That's a beautiful job. How long does that usually take?
We like to have the vehicle for 3 days. We can normally wrap them in 2, but if there's any issue or anything that we need to, or get busy or whatever, it gives us that extra day so people know they're not standing around waiting on us to finish. So if we get done in 2 days and we have it for 3, that's even better.
Okay. So if I wanted to, I'd come in here, I can get one of these wrapped, and I drop it off on Monday. I know I'm going to probably get it back by Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Is it
correct.
pretty affordable?
It is actually the per view that you see on these guys is way lower than any other advertisement you can do. And the cool thing about it is, you know, we work with a lot of small businesses. That's who our main customers are.
Right.
And I'm very sensitive
like
to that
us.
because I'm a small business. Right.
Sure.
Exactly. So we have a guy. One story that was he came in and he had his vehicle wrapped. We actually, I think we wrapped 1 or 2 vehicles for him. And the next time he came in to talk about doing it, he was like, man, he goes, I get so many freaking calls of people going, hey man, I saw one of your trucks.
Yeah.
One of your trucks. I think he only had 1 truck at the time. So he said, I saw one of your trucks. And it was like, you know, that just gave him some weight and some validity.
Right.
Just people seeing a professionally looking done vehicle. And it just gave it weight to his company. You know, some confidence in the company that they may not have. Because you've seen some of them that are out there and you go, whoa,
That's like you got a sticker on the side,
or
or
it's
something
crooked, or
yeah.
it's
You know, they
I'm
did
not
it
going to do
themselves.
that.
They ordered something off of the
That's right.
online and try to put it on. I can't even put a sticker on my son's football helmet. So I don't know how I would ever do one of these, but you're right. I mean, it looks professional. It looks top shelf, which is very nice.
And you can do a partial wrap. You can do just decals on the doors. I mean, there's a lot of different ways, depending on your budget, for your vehicles. I mean, we can do it, you know, up to $3,500 down to $250. It depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. And it's so true. I mean, if you spend the money to get a billboard, which I think billboards are great, but that it's going to stay right there.
That's right.
This is a mobile sign that's going all around town,
all over
in and out of work and everything else that they're doing. So that's good.
And even our truck that we wrapped, I mean, I swear I'm pulling it low. I'm getting out of Lowe's and a guy's walking up to me, hey man, you got a card? I got a mobile audio place and I want to get my van wrapped. I'm like, cool, that's the advertisement they're doing and see it in their face.
You see it immediately, yeah. So you've been doing this for a long time. Tell me something, looking back on it. So everybody's got these days. I mean, if you've been in business at all past about maybe 3 months, you've had that day where you've gone home and said, I screwed it up. I laid an egg, I messed up, I failed, I did something that I wish I could turn back time. Tell me about a time like that for you. And what did you do to actually go back and remedy that situation?
Well, I've had, I mean, any type of business, you're going to have those days like you're talking about. And I've had, where a wrap has you know, especially early on in our wrapping careers, we would have a vehicle that somebody, you know, we show them a proof what it's going to look like, and then, you know, maybe it doesn't look exactly like what they wanted it to, or like I said, in the early days, it failed in certain areas that it didn't stay on the vehicle, and parts of it lifted or whatever. And if we ever have an issue like that, which we have,
Sure.
we fix it. That's the deal. And I've heard horror stories of people going, you know, especially if they have it done and sent to them online or whatever, and then somebody puts it on, they don't know what they're doing, you know. That part of it is, you know, my whole thing is about relationships, and I want to have a relationship with our customer, and it's a two-way relationship. So, you know, we do good for you, you do good for us. If we screw something up, which, you know, we're going to do every now and again, that's going to happen, we're going to take care of it, and you can know that that's going to happen without a bunch of rigmarole, without a bunch of cussing and stomping around.
You're going to back up.
We're just going to handle it. That's right.
Yeah.
And like I said, we've done that before. I know there's been a time where something's been misspelled on the vehicle. We send a proof. Something's misspelled on the vehicle. They don't catch it, but we, you know, I'm not going. Again, some others may go, hey, look, you did it, you proved it.
Yeah.
We're not that kind of people.
I mean, those I's and E's, you just never know what
that's
you're
right.
supposed to do first, right?
Or somebody's name completely spelled wrong, or wrong phone number. That's another one that we've had where we send a proof out.
Well, that's pretty serious, right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't have a wrong phone number floating around.
Not at all. I mean, I know there was one time that we had. This was a pretty significant one. A size issue on a logo on the front of a pullover that were cost about $9 a piece to pull over. Well, we did 150 of them, and the logo was specified that we do this logo at a certain size, because if not, they wouldn't be able to sell that. Well, we did it, and it was bigger than it was supposed to be. So we again. We had to buy them and reprint them. So, you know, we've had those issues.
Sure.
And it was nothing to do with the customer. It wasn't their fault.
Yeah,
it was our fault.
It was on you. Yeah.
Right. So we just
eat that.
Eat it. Took care of it.
Make sure they're happy.
That's right.
Well, you know, it's funny you bring up people ordering stuff and you don't really know what you're going to get. My wife and I, we have a 6-month-old, so when she was preparing for the nursery, she wanted to make it a Peter Pan thing. And she went online, she ordered all these really cool looking decals that we were going to hang on the wall with all the different Peter Pan characters. The only one I know is Peter Pan,
right?
And Tinkerbell, and with the Big Ben clock and everything. And we got it in. And it took over a month to get it in. We finally got it in, and it wouldn't separate to go into the wall. So then we had to send it back. That took another month for them to respond. Another month went by, and we finally got it back in. And guess what? Then it wouldn't stick on the wall. So we've been through that. I wish I would have known you then.
I wish you would have known me too.
Yeah, because I had a cool looking little Peter Pan on the wall.
That's exactly right.
And wife would have been happy, and son would have. Well, son wouldn't have known the difference, but the wife would have been happy. So anyway, so if people want to reach out to you, how do they contact you?
Phone number 318-747-4449.
318-747-4449.
Yeah, and if they want to look at our work that we've done, we've got a Facebook page, and it has updated pretty regularly. Our Facebook page is, so a lot of the newer stuff that we've done is on there, and that would be Sonnet Inc. And just look up Facebook and search Sonnet Incorporated, and it'll come up. And we have a website, sonnetinc.net.
Sonnet is SIGNIT.
INC.
INC. Okay,
that's
good.
right.
I'm glad you said that, because I'd have been on there, Sonnet.
INK.
Hey, wait, Bart said it was Sonnet, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Sonnet Inc. INC.
Well, thanks for taking a little bit of time out of your day this morning, letting us highlight your video, and thanks for staying in Louisiana and making some pretty cool products. And
that's right.
Giving us some cornhole games and being willing to swallow that pride a little bit and pump out some LSU gear for everybody.
You gotta do it, brother. You gotta do it. And I like the whole local deal, man.
Yeah.
To keep everything local. It helps support our economy, helps support our local businesses in this area. So just because you can go out and get it for $1.50 cheaper or $2 cheaper, you're still not supporting our area. So let's just think about that. Support our local
That's
area.
exactly right, because in the end, when you start supporting local businesses are able to then generate more income for themselves, pump that back into the local economy, and everybody wins. And so you actually probably make $4 back in return
instead of saving $1.50 that you would have on that one particular product. So that's a really good point. As always, here at Geaux Local Live, we want to support the local businesses such as John. If you know of anybody that we really should do a highlight video on, get to know their story, where they're from, what they're doing, what they're proud about, please reach out to us at Geaux Local Live. We'd love to hear from you or from any of those businesses so that we can kind of turn the spotlight on them.
That's right.
All right.
Appreciate it, Roll Tide.